Hi everyone. Well, I've done the video to show you my blank journal and so I thought we'd go about the process of how I fill mine in. Everybody has their own way. I love, it's no secret, I like collages, glue books, scrapbooking, journaling, everything. Everything to do with sticking bits of paper onto paper. Love it. So that's how I do my journals. So it really is I'm not that hot on writing. My fingers are a bit dodgy to write neatly, and I get very annoyed with myself because my writing isn't that neat. So I tend to write the titles or do things like this, bits of paper as I'm printing out photos. But I'll show you as I go through. So, a completely blank, brand new to me journal. Where to start? Well, I've got nothing on the inside cover. I'm not a fan of just gluing lace on the cover. I find it comes off, hence why I sew mine on. So, I've got some bits and I'm thinking an envelope, but that doesn't really, oh, I don't know. Actually, the colours, yeah, they go quite, that might be too samey. Now, being the kind of person that I am, I never put things dead square. So that looks quite good, and I like the contrast of the colours. So assuming my glue hasn't dried up in this heat, fair play to any of you people that live in a continually hot climate. Cool. I can't cope with the British heat. Right, so I reckon about there. Oh, excuse the sniff. And then that is big enough to put pictures in. Yep. Now I have got somewhere. Here we go. Some big tags, which is what I'm always trying to tell our kids. Do it. Just as long as you're not breaking the law. Just do it. So, done. Now I always collect what they call postcards whenever we go out. Whenever we go. So, and I like colourful things, as is shown from my kids. And that was actually bought from Croyd. Now the reason I'm putting it in there is because I want to get straight onto the main thing, which is pictures. Now my hubby, bless him, surfs, albeit sit down surfing. It's called a wave ski. And our young lady has taken up the same kind of thing. Now, just plonked on there looks a bit boring for me. So, let's add a bit of background. Now, I figure for Ian, oh, bear with me, need a scrap bit of paper. So for Ian, I reckon it needs a bit of a more manly thing, shall we say. That and the fact that I like this Harlequin design. So I just want a bit of, where do you reckon? That looks quite good. Just there. Yep, although maybe that's a bit dark, but then it was a bit dark on the day. Let's go for that one. Oops. Yep, quite like that. And then for Madam, something a bit more, where are we? Where's her pictures? Oh, I like the dolphins, and I know she loves the dolphins. So if we go for pictures like that, and then we can see everything. So hopefully I would appear to have picked up a bit of a cold, so I know it's one of people's pets' hates, and I'm trying ever so hard not to sniff. There we go. Right, background's done. Except I keep moving it. To have the camera in the right position, I can't see what I'm doing. So if we put Madam in there, and then maybe Action Man over here somewhere, and I just need a bit of room to do some writing. Those colours go quite nicely with that. So if I leave those open, I can tuck that in. Yep, that looks pretty okay. I did find myself, I cut some photos up the other day to find myself using vintage photo on the edge of them, and I'm like, maybe not. Right, so if we put him at an angle to that one, and then this one at an angle. Sorry, I find it extremely difficult to talk and concentrate on what I'm doing. Right, so if Action Man goes down here, and I mean that in the nicest possible sense, he is a wonderful bloke. And then I can write on the back where that was taken, maybe, or I did print that out, Surf's Up, that one's cool, although I think that one's a little on the large side, so if we make it a bit thinner, quite like it to go over all the corner. If I leave myself space in the middle, I can actually write on there where these photos were taken. Decisions. I have loads of little tags. Oh, that one will go in. What do you think, people? One in the top, maybe not in the bottom. Actually, that one could fit in there, and then that one can go there. No, I am just going to wedge it in the blue. What's it called? Stormy Skies. And it was. We went away at Easter and it hammered down. Then we have a little camper van that we use. Madam sleeps in the awning because she can have the telly on till God knows what time of the day or the night. And we gave up after 2 days because it was just so wet. Right. That one thing goes in there. Yes, I know that was going to be a tuck spot, but as needs must. So that one can now become the tuck spot at the bottom, and I can write in the middle. Now I have some of these brush pens. I've been trying ever so hard to do calligraphy. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So if I write, oh, maybe not with that colour. Right, where were we? Interruptions galore. Pen and colour. Let's try that one. Ah, there we go. Except my writing is rubbish. Thornton Sands. April 18. And if need be, I've got something there to write on the back of. Okay, let's get rid of these ones. And then Madam's page. She is an absolute star when it comes to trying new things. Very proud of her. So we'll make a match. I will just stick the edges down just in case. Just in case I want to. So if I get them like that. I know I have seen so many beautiful layouts for journals, and I'm afraid I'm a bit, I don't like straight lines unless it's the edge of the book. That's my own personal feeling on it. Right, now I did print off and I printed these, and you can do this in Word, so if you're printing your pictures off, just type something underneath. So I've got surfs up on that page, and this one is Who Needs Sunshine? And it's very true, except that looks a little big. So if we just chop the ends off, or if I just chop the ends off and make it a bit thinner, that's better. And indeed, who does need sunshine? You can have fun whenever. So I think I'm going to stick it on the bottom one and just go around the edge in that blue again. That's where Madam is today, actually. She's gone out with the cadets, gone surfing for the day. Wonderful. They've certainly picked a day for it. It is wonderfully warm. It's about 30 degrees outside. Bless her, all she's got is a really thick wetsuit. So I should imagine she would need to be in the water in it just to keep cool. Right, who needs sunshine? And I have got somewhere, that's quite nice, Seaside Welcome. I don't know if the colours quite go, but then I can write on that after. Okay. Right, next page. Finish off my holiday photos that I've got so far. Actually, I've got another one of actually my wonderful hubby there, so that's not going to fit in. I will find somewhere for that one to go in a moment. Always useful. Right, wet things first. I'm going to gesso that so I can add something to it. I love the writing, but sometimes you need to add a bit to it. You just need to fade it out a little bit. So I just use plain white gesso. I don't want too much. I love mixed media stuff. It's a chance to bring out the kid in you. Just get messy. Right, if I do it that way, then I can write on it. But you can still see what's underneath. Stick that in my water for the moment. Right, that's that bit done. Now this one is definitely a mixed media page. So I have got, I like messing around. So I've got a little watercolour set. That's what that is. You've got paintbrushes everywhere, but trying to get to the one you want is a bit of a nightmare. Right, let's just wet that. So I am just going to go for this blue. Where do we think? Up here. I don't want much. Just get rid of that. There we go. Alternative to stenciling. A lot quicker. Just as messy. Just as much fun. That's drying. I am going to grab a heat gun. So it's going to get noisy for a moment. There we go. Oops, I have just headbutted the stand. Blimey. You know what they say, where there's no sense, there's no feeling. That's good. The paper is thick enough that it doesn't actually seep through to the other side. And that one's nice and dry-ish. Gesso, in case you're not 100% sure what it is a surface preparation. You can get different colours. There's black, there's white, and there's actually transparent. If you wanted to be able to keep this, the writing, and also have, but be able to put things on top without it seeping through. me, I like the white. I like to fade it out a bit so I can then put something on there, picture, whatever. Excuse me. Right, that's my page with a bit of watercolour. And that is a kid's watercolour set, by the way. Now, I have got some pictures. I did some of this trellis from, it's a die cut. I think it's a, oh, I can't think what they're called. I will dig it out and put it in the listing actually, if you're interested. So, I'm thinking that one, and possibly that one. I like the trellis, I think that works quite well. So, do we keep it that way? Oh, decisions. What do you think, folks? I think that works. Yeah. And then I can get rid of these bits after. Right. The easiest way I found of putting, rather than going around and gluing in all the separate bits. Bear with me, I forgot to put the pin in my glue. Is actually just to put is to glue the back of the picture, and it holds the trellis in place. So just make sure there's enough glue on there to hold it. And whack your picture on. There we go. Trying to glue down individual bits of trellis is a bit of a nightmare. Now for this one, I was going to leave it empty. I was just looking at it thinking I could tuck some in the back, but I think I'll add an envelope over here. So, typical British summertime. Sat on the beach, thick hoodie, coat. And what I have got is a little, as I said, extremely lazy. Let me just, sorry, trim this down a bit. No, that's still a bit big. See the joy you can have with scissors? Oh, my cutting is appalling. I can't cut a straight line, so my life. Now I reckon same kind of blue. And yeah, I quite like that in the middle. Maybe that. Ooh, decisions. Sometimes you just got to go for it, haven't you, and just plonk it down. Right, so I need to just take off these edges. That's too much. You can, if you wanted to, go around and glue those down. I quite like those. I think I might leave it. How far out does that stick? Too far. That's okay. There we go. So that's another page. I like that page. I think that works really well. But I like splashing paint on everything. Right, this is, I have a load of, this was taken at Lyme Regis last week. We picked the one day where the weather changed and went really, really bad. Well, really, really bad. It wasn't raining, but it wasn't warm, hence sitting on the beach in the coat. So, that's Lyme Regis. Very pretty. Just a little village, not commercial, just a proper seaside. I love these postcards. And I want to be able to stick those in. But first, let's do this page. Now, I wanted something a little different. So, I've got some of this green, I don't know, is it muslin? It's not cheesecloth. The thing you find in your first aid kit, those open weave bandages. I wanted something that looked like seaweed, playing on the beach. The tractor had just spent hours, we watched him, trying to clear, because there'd been quite a storm, all the seaweed off the beach. So I wanted something that would look like seaweed. So I reckoned something at the back. So if I cut that piece. See, my hubby wonders why I can come up here, shut the door, not do anything in particular, as he says, and just spend hours up here, because I'm just messing. And sometimes the only way to learn is to mess. Now then, do we put that one over the top or underneath? I think it probably needs to go underneath. Right, this is where I should have had a glue gun warming up, just to tack it all down. But in my usual gotta do it now style, I haven't. There we go. What do you think to that? If I could straighten out the net underneath. I suppose actually that's the other thing it could look like, a fishing net. Yep, quite like that. Always add a bit on the top. And then I've got a blank envelope to go underneath. I've got quite a few pictures left. So that will fit in there, and I can get something in at the back as well if I wanted to. So I will go and sort out my glue gun and I'm back in a mo. Right, glue gun sorted. So if I move that for a moment. So I know I need these. I think I'm probably going to need 3 bits. So, ah, me and glue guns have a long history. Not all of it is good. Most of it is spent cleaning it off my fingers. If I can get away without using them, I will. That needs to go up there a bit. This is where wonderful people go, but if you did this, this and this. So I am open to suggestions, people. If you know an easier way of doing it. If I just tack that bit down there. I don't want it perfect, but I don't want it too bulky either. That's the problem. Okay. That's one piece. How big is that? Very big. As I was saying, professional is probably not the word I'd have used to describe me when I'm trying to do this. So, how much more do we need? Another piece. What do you reckon about there? Woohoo! Okay. There we go. And then Madam can sit in there. Yep, quite like that, and that still leaves me enough room then to put that down the bottom. And that still opens without interfering. Excellent. That strap is getting in the way, so let's remove that. There we go. Right. Best way of attacking this, and I do mean attacking. I know, I need Madam in the middle there. And then I think Spellbinders dies. That's what I've been using, that one and that one. I know they'll come to me eventually. Got more glue on me than I've got. I think I will stick that bit down. I have to say that's what I love about this glue. Oh, glitter glue. Don't notice of the name. It has no glitter in it. It is just brilliant. And if I stick that one down as well, it's not going to rise up and get caught. That's that one. Okay, we need just a touch of glue down there to keep that bit down. There we are, like that. And then I can put my envelope down there. Follow me. I've conformed. It's gone straight. And the other two pickets I've got. Can go in here. I need to find something to catch on that, but I will sort that out in a moment. Right, what I wanted to do, to keep all my postcards in, was to put in a glassine bag. I bought some, we don't have Hobby Lobby or anything like that around here. We have Hobby Craft. It's not brilliant, but it does the job, albeit for a price. These are Tim Holtz washi tapes. I don't know, I've only had them to date. I thought the colours actually would go very well. I don't want anything, whoops, too thick. So let's try this one. That looks quite good. Okay. So I can always tear off a bit at the end. I know it's about the same size as the page. So there we go, right in my bag. Now ideally I should add some tape on the back, but because I've got that on there, maybe just a little piece. That's quite nice actually, that washi tape. There we go. And yeah, that'll be me and hubby in a few years, or maybe not quite that long. Oh, that's lovely. Rather than looking at a blank picture or the back of a postcard, I can see them both now. Right, this one. I've made up some little envelopes, so 6-inch square pieces of paper. If you score at 2.5 and then just keep following it round, gives you these little envelopes, which is a brilliant way for me to use up my 6-inch pads of paper that I don't use, or I use very little of. Now I can either glue that down and use it, oops, for tags. Do it that way. Do it that way. No, it sticks out too far that way. So I suppose I could glue that one and that one down, and then they can just slide in and out then. like that. So, not that bit. And yeah, I have glued that bit, or I glued that bit, and it's like, oh, come on. Oh, I think that's a lovely colour. And that one goes in there. And I will fill those in with dates. Not sure about the back. These little file folders. Maybe not gessoed. That's pretty. I've got the note card that matched that envelope. Right, that's what's going on there. And then I can add a tuck spot at the back. Let's find one that goes. That's it. Done. Well, there we go. So that is. Let's put those in that way. I might actually clip that one in. So we've got an envelope. That one for all my loose bits. Then we have Action Man, an action young person. Push that up. That's it. And then a bit of mixed media on these pages. We've added a glassine bag for all your bits. For me, it's my postcards that I seem to collect. I've got an envelope on there, a little note card on there which will give me my journaling space, and then a bit more collage stroke mixed media on that page, and then my envelope, which I've got to sort out a fastening for actually on that one. So already, after only 2 pages, we are starting to add to the bulk. But I'm really pleased with that. I hope you found it useful looking at my my thought processes, if you can understand them. Right, I think we'll call it quits for tonight, and I will be back with the next few pages in the next couple of days. Thanks very much for watching. Take care. Bye.